2 minutes left. Archangel Michael says, a letter about your inheritance is arriving. You won't believe who sent it. Open immediately. My child, my beloved, come closer to this message. Heaven is pulling your name with a force that cannot be ignored. Before you read another word, breathe slowly, because what is being revealed tonight was hidden from you for years. And if you miss even one line, the miracle meant for you may pass to someone else. My beloved, listen. A divine letter has already started, moving in your direction. A letter with your name written in a handwriting you have never seen on earth. And Archangel Michael is the one who carried it out of the heavenly gates. Before I continue, my child, subscribe quickly so you don't miss any message that heaven tries to send you in the coming days. Your destiny is waking up and heaven does not want you to be left behind. My child, my beloved, there are only 2 minutes left. Heaven is shouting your name because a truth about your inheritance has been released, and the person who sent it, the angel who signed it, the soul who wrote it will shock you so deeply your heart will feel like a miracle has touched it. My beloved, listen carefully. Someone who loved you, someone who prayed for you, someone whose blessings you still feel in your dreams has left you something that was never meant to reach anyone except you. This letter carries a spiritual inheritance. A breakthrough that belonged to your bloodline but skipped everyone until it reached your hands. My child, for years, someone tried to block what was meant for your life. Someone tried to delay your miracles. Someone tried to take the blessings that were tied to your name, but they failed. Archangel Michael himself stepped in, removed the hands that were stealing your destiny, and pushed the inheritance back into your timeline. My beloved, your name is glowing in the spiritual realm. There is movement around you tonight. I can see angels standing near your doors, near your windows, near your bed. They are holding something, a scroll, a message, a sealed envelope, and on it is written. Clear's throat, release this to my child. Their time has come. My beloved, open your heart. This is not an ordinary moment. A divine clock has started clicking for you, and you have only a small divine window before this blessing gets redirected to another soul. My child, listen. This letter is not about money only. It is about identity. It is about power. It is about everything that was taken from you. Everything you cried for, everything you begged God to restore. This inheritance carries your emotional healing, your divine protection, your new beginning, your unexpected wealth, your long-awaited peace, and a door that no human hand can close. My beloved, there is someone you loved who is watching you from above. They are not sad. They are not lost. They are proud. They have witnessed your pain, your struggles, the nights you cried alone, the moments you were betrayed, the days you pretended to be strong, even when your heart was breaking. They saw everything and they whispered one prayer to God. Bless them with what I could not give them. Give them the inheritance their heart deserves. And heaven agreed. My child, my beloved, do you feel the chills on your arms? Do you feel the sensation rising in your chest? That is not fear. That is recognition. Your soul remembers this moment. Your destiny knows that this message is real. You are not reading by accident. You were chosen to receive this today. My beloved, there is something written in this inheritance that will shock you. Your struggle was never a punishment. It was preparation. Everything you lost was making space for something bigger that now belongs to you, my child. Archangel Michael is showing me a vision. You standing in front of a door. The door is golden but locked. For years, no matter how much you prayed, it stayed closed. But now, right now, Michael places a key in your hand. He says, "My child, this door opens tonight. This inheritance is finally yours. Take it before someone tries to steal it again. My beloved, someone tried to stop your blessing because they feared what you would become if you received what was rightfully yours. They feared your rise. They feared your strength. They feared your calling. But what they feared is exactly what God is about to release into your life. My child, my beloved, you don't even know the magnitude of what is coming. And that is why Michael is warning you. Do not skip this. Do not take this lightly. Your future is being rewritten as you read these words, my beloved. The letter has a sender. A heavenly sender. Someone who is tied to your soul. Someone who watches over you every day. Someone who has been trying to reach you, but you kept missing the signs. Tonight they chose Archangel Michael to deliver the message because you cannot afford to miss this moment. My child, you have cried enough. You have struggled enough. You have fought battles that were never yours to fight. And heaven is saying it ends tonight. My beloved, there is a shift happening around your name. A supernatural wind blowing through your destiny. A rearranging of spiritual things aligning in your favor. And your inheritance, your true inheritance, is finally being released without delay. My child, listen closely. The next few minutes after reading this message will determine the next few months of your life. That is how powerful this divine moment is. My beloved, if you are ready for the next part, the deeper truth, the revelation of who sent the letter, what is inside it, and how your destiny is about to open. My child, you have exactly 2 minutes. That's all I can give you. Before something is placed at your door, before someone knocks, before a letter is delivered, before your world changes in a way you never thought it would. Listen to me. Don't let this moment pass like the others. Don't say, maybe later. Don't say, what if it's not true? This is your sign. This is not a coincidence. I made sure that your eyes would see this message now, not earlier, not later, now because your heart is ready. And your soul already knows something is coming. You feel it, don't you? That strange stirring inside. That shift in the air. That whisper that won't stop echoing in your chest. Archangel Michael is standing right next to you. Watching over you. His sword is drawn not for war, but for truth. He's not warning you about danger today. He's revealing a blessing. A deep hidden blessing that was written for you long ago and has finally found its way to your name. A letter. Yes, a real one. Not a metaphor. A paper that carries something the world thought you'd never see. Something that belongs to you. Something that could not be destroyed even when everything was taken from you. But do you want to know the truth? The person who sent this letter, you will not believe it. You would have never expected them because in your eyes they forgot you. They left, they changed, or maybe they died. But in the unseen world, something else happened. A divine agreement, a final wish, a signature placed not just with a pen, but with love, sacrifice, and divine timing. That letter contains more than money. It contains recognition. It contains truth. It contains healing that your spirit has waited years for. Wait, don't scroll yet. Don't dismiss this as just another thing because listen, something is about to unfold and you'll need your heart wide open for what's next. You may even want to sit down. Let me speak to you the way I always do with love, clarity, and no interruptions. I've seen your tears. I've watched you wondering why you never receive what others do. Why? The ones who took shortcuts got ahead while you stayed faithful. Kind, honest, and invisible. But you were never invisible to me. I was storing up every act of loyalty you made. Every time you gave without expecting back. Every night you prayed and said, God, I'm still here. Just don't forget me. And I didn't. That's why the letter is coming now. And that's why Archangel Michael is rushing to you with this final alert. You have 2 minutes to say yes with your spirit to prepare your space because someone you once loved deeply. Maybe someone who crossed over made sure you would not be left with nothing. A spiritual inheritance is arriving and it's connected to real-world change. Yes, finances. A new address access you didn't even know you were blocked from. I'm not just sending peace. I'm sending proof envelope with arrow. Pause here and breathe, my child, because this message was sent to you directly. Subscribe now if you know this isn't random. That way, you'll never miss a message again. I have more to tell you. You'll need it. Heaven wants you updated in real time. You're not just watching a video. You're part of the prophecy being fulfilled. Now listen again. The person who sent this, you would have never guessed it. Maybe you don't even speak to them anymore. Maybe you thought they forgot you. But in their final moments or in their moment of greatest realization, they made a decision. They wrote your name. They wrote that everything they could leave behind should go to you. And now it's moving toward you faster than you think. A courier is preparing something. A legal notice is being updated. An email is being composed. A bank account is being reviewed. An old storage key is being searched. A door is being opened. And your name. It's being whispered in places of power because God is placing you back where you belong. The enemy tried to erase you. But I never allowed your identity to be lost. I kept your name hidden until it was safe. But now it's time. If your hands are shaking, it's because your soul already knows what I'm saying is real. This isn't fantasy. This is your time, your moment. And when the news arrives, it won't just say, congratulations. It will say, we've been trying to contact you for a while. This letter was left for you. Signed, sealed, protected, you are the only one who can open it. And when you open it, you'll realize it was never about money. It was about justice. It was about restoring what was lost. It was about finally giving you the peace and confirmation you begged me for. And still, you'll be shocked when you see who signed it, because it was the one you thought forgot you the most. My dear child, stay here. Let the rest of the message reach your heart. Because we're not done yet. You're about to step into something sacred, and your angels are watching it unfold now. You're still here. Good. That means your heart is listening. That means you felt the shift, because only those chosen to receive this are able to stay still in this kind of moment. The rest of the world is too busy running, chasing what was never meant for them. But you were chosen for this. You were prepared for this. That letter, that inheritance, that secret, it's not a mistake. It was timed perfectly with the phase of your life where you finally stopped begging others to see your worth and started asking me to reveal what was already yours. And now I'm revealing it. The angels have watched the delay. They have cried when you cried. They have stood at the doors that never opened and whispered your name again and again. Do you know how many times Archangel Michael defended you without you ever realizing? He blocked signatures that would have stolen your rights. He interrupted people mid-sentence when they tried to cancel what had your name on it. He stood behind decision-makers, making their hands tremble when they attempted to scratch your name out of the story. And still you stayed quiet. Still you said, God knows. God sees. God will do it. And now I am. But listen closely. This letter, this inheritance, this moment. It's sacred. It's not just about receiving something valuable. It's about stepping into a role that your soul signed up for long ago. You're not just inheriting money. You're inheriting responsibility. Your name is being written into a higher plan. This moment is bigger than your bank account. This is spiritual positioning. Divine justice, the reversal of years where others took what belonged to you, your peace, your strength, your confidence, your love, your stability, and now I'm handing it back. But it won't arrive the way you expect. You won't get a warning bell. You won't receive a clear call that says, "This is it." No, it will appear ordinary at first. A simple message, a letter in your mailbox, a knock at the door, an email that makes your stomach drop, someone's name you haven't heard in years suddenly popping up again. But you'll know. You'll know. Your spirit will recognize it immediately, like a piece of your soul just clicked back into place. And you'll say, "Oh my God, you really heard me all those times." Yes, I heard every single one of them. Even the silent prayers. Even the ones you didn't say out loud because you were too tired. Even the ones you whispered when everyone else was asleep, especially those. I want you to hear this. Not just with your ears, but with your whole being. Envelope with arrow. A letter with shocking news about your inheritance is arriving. And the one who sent it, they never stopped loving you. They were blocked from telling you before, or they didn't know how. Maybe they were too proud. Maybe they passed away before they could say what they needed to say. But the truth is, they made a decision. They did the right thing and they trusted heaven to deliver it to you in the perfect moment. That moment is now. Do not be afraid. I know this sounds too good to be true, but when I move, it never looks normal. I don't move according to the laws of man. I move according to eternal promise, and I don't need permission from anyone to bless you. This is your portion. This is your time. This is your message. And you must be ready when it arrives, because once it does, everything you thought you lost, you'll realize it was never gone. It was simply being protected. Let me speak to your heart one more time before the rest arrives. If you're seeing this, it's because you're being aligned with divine timing. If this message feels like it's reading your soul, it's because it is. If your hands are trembling, that's not fear. That's recognition. You were always meant to be restored. You were always meant to receive. You were always meant to walk into a season of peace after so many battles. And now the messenger is on the way. The person who made the decision for your blessing to reach you. They're watching from where they are. Whether they're still on earth or in heaven, they are smiling because the letter is on the move. Do you feel it? The room you're in has changed. It feels different, heavier, brighter, more full. That's because Archangel Michael is there now, and he's preparing your path for what's next. He says, tell them not to give up now. Tell them to open this immediately. Tell them they were never forgotten, so, I'm telling you, prepare. Breathe, because your miracle has a name on it and the name is yours. You still don't know who sent the letter, do you? That's okay. You're not supposed to know yet. That's part of what makes this moment sacred. Some truths can only be revealed when the soul is soft enough to receive them. If I had told you earlier, you wouldn't have believed me. You would have said, no, not them. You would have questioned every detail. But now your heart is open. The walls are a little lower. The pain has humbled you in the most beautiful way. Now you're not looking for revenge. You're looking for meaning. And that's exactly what I'm giving you. The person who sent it, they couldn't say the words while they were alive or while they were near. Or maybe they were right beside you for years and didn't know how to speak love in your language. But what they did instead, they made sure that when the time came, you'd receive the truth anyway. That truth is waiting inside an envelope. A simple, silent, powerful envelope. And the moment you open it, your life will split into two halves. Before the letter and after. And listen, child, I must prepare you for something deeper. Because when you read what's inside, you'll feel two things at once. Deep love and deep grief. Love because finally someone saw your worth. Grief because it came from the one you thought never did. But I don't want you to drown in those feelings. I want you to rise. This is a spiritual transaction. This is not about what you lost. It's about what I protected. You thought you missed the blessing, but in reality, I hid it from those who would have misused it. I shielded your inheritance until your name could be written on it in peace, not in pain. Until you could hold it with reverence, not resentment. This is why you couldn't receive it earlier. Your soul had to grow. Your faith had to deepen. Your silence had to mature into strength. And now that moment has come. There is no mistake here. That letter is not late. It's on time. And it's arriving with more than just financial value. It's arriving with confirmation. You're not forgotten. You were never forgotten. The one who you thought walked away actually walked straight into a plan that would one day lead back to you. And the pain you went through in that time, it wasn't meaningless. It softened you. It cleaned you. It prepared you to receive something bigger than explanation. It prepared you to receive divine trust. Because this inheritance is not just a gift. It's a symbol, a spiritual crown placed on your head. Heaven is watching now. All eyes are on you. The angels are gathered. The final steps are unfolding. You think you're just sitting here reading this. But the truth is you're in the middle of a spiritual courtroom. Documents are being signed, deeds are being stamped, locks are being broken, and old agreements that tried to block your name are being ripped apart by the hands of Archangel Michael himself. You have 2 minutes. That's what he said. And now only seconds remain. Let me whisper to your soul what the world can't tell you. Envelope with arrow. You've been appointed by heaven to carry something forward. And this letter is proof that your name is still active in the divine system. When you get it, hold it close. Don't rush. Don't tear it open with fear. Hold it like a sacred scroll because that's what it is. You're not just being rewarded. You're being acknowledged. Even the mistakes you made, I used them. Even the people who tried to curse you, I reversed them. Even the days you said, God, I can't keep going. I carried you anyway. And now this is the moment where you'll see that none of it was wasted. My child, listen to me. The world will try to tell you you're imagining this, that it's a fantasy, that people don't just receive life-changing news through spiritual signs. But I'm here to say they do. And you will, because when I move, I do it in a way that leaves no room for coincidence. You're about to walk into a moment that will break generational silence. What's written inside the letter isn't just for you. It's for the ones who came before you. It's for the ones who prayed over you. It's for the promises they made with their final breath. It's for the legacy that was left undone because of pain, fear, or time running out. But now time has returned and it's pointing at you. This is why you've been so restless lately. Why you've been waking up at strange hours, why certain memories have been rising again. Because your spirit knows. It's picking up what your mind doesn't understand. The inheritance is moving and your soul was born for this moment. Don't look away. Don't say, maybe later. Say, yes, Lord. I receive it. I'm ready now. And as you do, something invisible will begin to shift. A vibration, a breaking, a parting of spiritual waters. And the next time you open your door or your phone or your mailbox, don't be surprised when something is there. And don't be surprised when it has your name written beautifully, clearly, completely, as if it had been waiting for you all your life. You're still with me. That means something. It means your soul was meant to hear the whole message, not just the start. So, let me take you all the way to the finish line. Don't let anything distract you now. Because these final words I'm about to say, these are the ones that will seal it. The ones that will open the heavens above your head. The ones that will light up the truth like fire behind your eyes. I need you to understand something very clearly. And I want you to hold on to it forever. This inheritance was always yours. But the reason it's arriving now, the reason Archangel Michael says you only have minutes left is because your name was recently spoken aloud in heaven. Yes, that's how it works. There are moments where everything slows down in the spiritual realm, where angels gather, where voices rise, where your life is discussed at a table higher than any boardroom. And someone said, call their name again. Let the blessing that's been waiting be released. They've been faithful. They've been silent. They've been ready. Now send the letter. And it began. A ripple in the divine system, a whisper among angels, a courier assigned. A soul remembered, a letter released. The person who sent it, they didn't forget you. They just didn't know how to reach you from where they were, but they asked heaven to do what they could not. They asked God to carry their love forward. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You're not imagining this feeling. You're not making it up. You're not being overdramatic. You're standing at the edge of a moment that was written into your life contract. You see, I don't just give blessings. I restore things. I rewrite endings. I return names to places they were once erased from. And that's what this moment is. It's me returning what others tried to remove. Not just an object. Not just money. But honor, identity, legacy. Your inheritance is about you finally seeing who you've always been in my eyes. You've walked through too many rooms where people didn't recognize your heart. You've spoken too many sentences that no one truly heard. You've loved people who only noticed you once you left. You've carried burdens that were never yours in the first place. And now I'm lifting them off you so that when the letter arrives, your hands are free enough to receive it. Yes, it will have words inside that shake you. It may even have an apology or a confession or a story you never knew written out in soft ink and heavy truth. But do not cry too long, my child. Let your tears wash you but not drown you. Because what's arriving is not just closure. It's activation. That inheritance. It comes with a key. That letter. It unlocks something the enemy tried to bury. Your future. Your next step. A miracle disguised as paperwork, a breakthrough hidden inside an envelope. And you'll hear it. You'll hear your name. You'll hear my voice echoing behind it, whispering. I told you I would not forget. I told you I would come through. Let me ask you something. Why do you think your spirit feels more awake lately? Why do you think you've been hearing numbers, seeing names, getting flashbacks? It's because you're being spiritually alerted. Archangel Michael has been trying to get your attention all week. This is the moment, the countdown, the reason you haven't felt peace, because heaven has been shouting your name. And finally, the noise is clearing. Finally, the fog is lifting. And you, yes, you are standing right where you need to be. Don't turn back now. Don't say, I'm not worthy. Don't say, maybe it's for someone else. It's not. It's for you. You know it. You feel it. You're not here by accident. You were chosen. Envelope with arrow. And now, let me seal this moment in your memory. When the letter arrives, however it arrives, hold it with both hands. Bless it before you read it. Say, God, I receive this in full faith. I am ready. Thank you for remembering me. Then open it slowly. Carefully, like it's a doorway, because it is. And as you read each word, you will feel something shift. Not just in your chest, not just in your emotions, but in your reality. Because inheritance does that. It rewrites futures. It closes old wounds. It restores names, and it proves once and for all that heaven never loses track of its children. I know you've waited. I know you've been tired, but now it's here. Archangel Michael says, you have only seconds left. Don't delay. Don't hesitate. Open this immediately. And I, the one who formed your spirit, say to you now, well done. You didn't give up. You didn't turn away. You stayed soft when the world tried to make you hard. You stayed kind. And now, child, the reward that has your name on it is being delivered. The letter is real. The inheritance is real. The love behind it is real. And your time is now. Go open the door. Go open your heart, because the rest of your life is waiting there. And you won't believe who remembered you after all this time. God, you haven't missed it. I know there's a fear in your heart whispering, what if I'm too late? What if someone else got there first? But that fear doesn't come from me. That fear is a lie that tries to block you from receiving what is rightfully yours. Listen to me, child. When I write your name on something, no one else can take it. Not even time. Not even delay. Not even the people who tried to step over you when you were at your lowest. That letter, that inheritance, that miracle, it has been guarded. Yes, guarded. Heaven did not let it fall into the wrong hands. Archangel Michael stood over it. Angels fought battles in silence so that it would reach you untouched, unchanged, undiluted. And now, at the perfect hour, when your soul is finally healed enough to hold it, with humility and not ego, with gratitude and not fear, it's coming. You don't even know how many times it almost slipped through. You don't even know how many people tried to block your name from showing up. But I kept restoring it. I kept rewriting it. Every time you said, God, I trust you even though I don't understand, I moved. Every time you cried and said, if I'm really chosen, then please show me. I answered silently, preparing this moment. And now the moment is unfolding. You are not broken anymore. You are not forgotten anymore. You are not wandering anymore. You are being recalled. Heaven is calling you back to your original position. To the table where your name was always meant to be spoken, to the life where you were never meant to settle for half-hearted love, empty promises, and temporary homes. This inheritance is not just about resources. It's about recognition. It's about saying to your soul, you didn't imagine your value. You felt it, because it was real. And finally, someone else saw it, too. The one who sent that letter. They couldn't show you their heart while they were alive or while they were near. Or maybe they didn't know how to love you properly because they were fighting battles you couldn't see. But when they had clarity, when they saw the truth, they did what they could. And they left it all to you. You may never get the apology in words, but this letter, it's their apology in action, their final act of redemption, and you'll feel it the moment you hold it in your hands. Your knees might shake. You might forget how to breathe for a second. You might need to sit down. That's how it feels when heaven breaks into earth. And listen, this won't be the last time I surprise you. This is just the beginning. Because once you step into what's rightfully yours, once your inheritance is placed into your hands, your authority returns, too. And with it comes clarity, confidence, boldness, peace that can't be shaken. You'll walk differently. People will look at you and ask what changed. And you'll smile knowing the answer is too sacred to fully explain. You'll just say, God remembered me and He sent a letter to prove it. That's what this is. Proof. Proof that you are not invisible. Proof that your love left an impact. Proof that you mattered to someone more than you realized. Proof that even when no one was clapping, I was watching. And now it's time to stop shrinking yourself. Stop doubting the signs. Stop thinking, you are the exception to every miracle. You are not cursed. You are not overlooked. You are not unlucky. You are not late. You are chosen. And your name is written not just on earth but in heaven's archive. And when heaven writes your name, it cannot be erased. Not by death, not by lies, not by time, not even by you. So when this letter arrives, when this miracle finally reaches you, open it with reverence. Read it with grace. Let the tears fall. Yes. But then lift your head and walk forward because this is the moment your story finally shifts. You will never be the same again. And that's the point. You were never meant to stay small. Never meant to live in fear. Never meant to think your life was just about surviving. You were born for inheritance. And now you're stepping into it. Archangel Michael says, this is not the end. It's the unlocking. The blessing will unfold in layers. The letter is the first, but behind it comes more. Keep watching. Stay faithful. The next doors are opening already. So hold still. You may hear the knock on your door. You may see the name you never expected. You may feel the whole room shift. And when it happens, say these words aloud. God, I'm ready. I receive everything you've saved for me. I won't run from it. I won't doubt it. I believe it's my time now. Say it like a prayer. Say it like a promise. Say it like a prophecy over your own life because the seconds are up and the letter is here. You made it. You stayed with me till the very end. Do you know how rare that is? Most people stop listening when the words get too close. When the truth begins to sting. When love feels too heavy to hold. But not you. You stayed. You let my voice rest on your heart. You let these words wash over your old wounds. And because of that, I'm not done with you. In fact, now I can begin the next part. I've watched you sit in the back while others were chosen. I've watched you stay silent while others were celebrated. You never tried to force the spotlight. You just wanted peace. And now peace is coming for you. Not a little peace. Not temporary peace. Not maybe it'll work out peace. I'm talking about divine order. Heavenly restoration. Unshakable foundation. I'm talking about you walking into rooms you once cried outside of. I'm talking about documents that once said, denied, now reading, approved. I'm talking about you opening a letter and realizing it's not just ink on paper. It's prophecy on parchment. A divine transaction sealed in secret and delivered in perfect time. And no one can take this from you because what I give, I do not take back. What I bless I do not regret. What I write, I do not erase. So take a deep breath because it's all happening now. Yes. Even if you can't see the letter yet, even if the mailman hasn't come, even if no one has messaged you, it's still moving. Behind the scenes, my angels are delivering what belongs to you. It may arrive through someone's words. It may come as an unexpected message, a legal update, a surprise visit, a phone call, a private email. And when it does, you'll feel it in your bones. Not just surprise, not just hope, relief, because the part of your heart that always felt something was missing, will finally feel whole. Let me remind you of this. I'm not giving you this inheritance so you can prove anything to anyone. Not to the ones who left. Not to the ones who doubted you. Not to the ones who tried to use your kindness against you. I'm giving it to you because I love you and because you never stopped believing. Even when your faith was hanging on by a thread, you whispered, God, I still believe. You whispered, God, please don't forget me. You whispered, God, even if it's small, please just show me you see me. This is my answer. The letter is not just a gift. It is evidence. Evidence that your prayers weren't empty. Evidence that your tears had power. Evidence that you are connected to something far greater than this world. You are divinely seen, divinely remembered, and divinely chosen. So when it arrives, and it will receive it without fear, you don't need to wonder, is this really for me? It is. You don't need to ask, what if I'm not ready? You are. You don't need to say, but what if I mess it up? You won't, because I will be with you every step of the way. When you open the envelope, my spirit will be there. When you read the first line, my angels will stand guard. When your knees buckle from the weight of what's inside, I'll be the one holding you up. You'll finally understand why I made you wait. Why I made you grow in silence. Why I didn't let certain people stay. Why I let your heart break only to rebuild it stronger. Because I was preparing you not for crumbs but for everything. So here's what I want you to do. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit ready. Watch for the signs. Feel the shift. Trust what your soul already knows. Envelope with arrow. The inheritance is real. Envelope with arrow. The letter is real. Envelope with arrow. The blessing is real. Envelope with arrow. And your name is written on it in ink that cannot be washed away. So walk forward. You're not begging anymore. You're not hoping anymore. You're receiving. This is your moment. Your season, your answer, signed, sent, sealed, delivered by heaven. And I, the one who formed your soul and wrote your destiny before time began. I'm smiling now because, my child, you stayed faithful. And now you will be fulfilled. Wait for the knock. Listen for the call. Watch for the sign. The letter is almost at your door. And the one who sent it, you already know the answer. It's me, God. Yes, my precious child. We are almost there. And yet, there is still one more wave of truth I want to pour into your soul. Because what I'm doing in you is not just a blessing. It's a rebirth. I am not just giving you a miracle. I am giving you a new way of seeing yourself, a new strength to stand in, and a new level of peace that doesn't depend on the world around you. You've made it to this moment for a reason. And now, I want you to breathe in the final part of this message, the part that seals everything heaven has spoken over your life tonight. Child, listen closely. There is a reason the enemy fought you so hard this year. There's a reason things felt heavier, more painful, more confusing than usual. It's because something inside of you was shifting, something holy, something that can no longer be hidden. You were stepping into the truest version of yourself, the one I created before the world tried to shape you. And the enemy saw it. He saw the glow beginning to rise again in your soul. He saw your prayers getting bolder. He saw your heart refusing to turn cold. He saw your eyes beginning to look up again. And he panicked. But child, he is too late. You've crossed the threshold now. Your spirit has entered the zone where faith overtakes fear. Where peace becomes louder than panic. Where miracles no longer feel like something you wait for, but something you walk with. And let me tell you what's next. There's a moment coming in the next few days. Yes, days that will feel like time froze for you. A message, a visit, a voice, a sentence you didn't expect to hear. Something small in the natural but loud in the spirit. And when it happens, you'll feel it in your bones. You'll feel it in your chest. You'll know this is it. God really is with me. He really meant every word. That moment will begin the chain reaction because the miracle has already been approved. It just needed your heart to be positioned. And now it is. You're not who you were even a week ago. You've grown in silence. You've healed in pieces. And now you're ready to be whole. You're ready for love that feels like safety. You're ready for opportunities that don't leave you drained. You're ready for friendships that see your light and protect it. You're ready for divine favor that doesn't come and go. It stays. I want you to know this, deep down. You didn't miss it. You didn't ruin it. You didn't take too long. You're right on time. I make all things beautiful in their season. And this child is your season. And there is something else. I've placed someone in your life where I am about to whose heart has been prepared just for you. This person will not drain you. They will not confuse you. They will not make you doubt yourself. They will see you and they will love you not just for your light but for your journey. This person has also walked through their own fires. And when you meet it will feel like peace, like destiny, like finally. And I want you to stay open to that love. Don't reject it because of the pain of the past. Let it in because I sent it. And when I send someone, they don't leave you the same. Tonight, I need you to look in the mirror and speak something out loud. You may feel silly. Do it anyway. Stand still. Look into your own eyes and say, I am chosen. I am worthy. I am ready. My miracle is here. Say it, until something breaks. Say it until something unlocks. Say it until you believe it again. Because I believe in you. I've always believed in you. Even when you were doubting me. Even when you were running. Even when you were quiet and tired and confused, I never left your side. And now I'm asking you for one more step. Stay expectant, not anxious, not impatient, just open. Because when your spirit stays open, the blessings flow like rivers. You'll wake up with ideas. You'll feel peace without knowing why. You'll start receiving without striving because that's how my favor works. It rests on you. It doesn't need you to chase. It doesn't need you to perform. It only needs you to say, yes, Lord, I'm here. I receive it all. Glowing star right now. If you're still here, still reading, still crying, still believing, comment below with, this is my confirmation. My name is on this. My miracle is real. I am God's chosen. Raising hands dizzy. And subscribe, child, because you and we've only just begun this journey. This was not just a message. It was a moment, a spiritual turning point, a divine alignment. And heaven will remember that on May 26th, you said yes to your next level. Now rest, not like someone who's still waiting. Rest like someone who knows the gift is already on the way. And tomorrow, expect a smile for no reason. Expect to receive something that feels too perfect to be a coincidence. Expect to say, God, you really did it because I will. And I am with you until the very end, always and forever, with more love than your heart could ever hold. Your God, this is not just a moment. This is the beginning of a movement in your life. Because when I say inheritance, I'm not only talking about wealth, letters, property, or hidden trust accounts. I'm also talking about healing that was delayed. I'm talking about freedom from every lie spoken over your name. I'm talking about the restoration of your divine identity. The version of you that never begged for attention, never doubted their worth, never had to prove their value. That version is returning now. With every breath you take, you're becoming more you than you've ever been. You've always carried something sacred. That's why people couldn't understand you. That's why you were often misjudged. That's why you felt like an outsider even in rooms full of love. But not anymore. Not after this. Because this letter, this inheritance is not just bringing you what is yours. It's bringing you home. Home to your truth. Home to your confidence. Home to your purpose. Home to your divine timeline. It's okay if you cry again. It's okay if your hands tremble just thinking about it. It's okay if part of you is still afraid to believe fully. But listen to me. You're not the same person who used to doubt. You're stronger now. You're braver now. You're clearer now. You're ready. This time when the door knocks, you won't hide. You'll open it. This time when the message comes, you won't question it. You'll receive it. And this time, when someone speaks your name in honor, you won't shrink down. You'll stand tall. Because you know now it wasn't luck. It was divine. You've paid the price in silence. You've waited in rooms where no one noticed you. You've sat in the shadows while others were praised. But heaven kept track. Heaven saw it all. And heaven said, when the time is right, I will repay my child in full. This is the time I want you to hear this with your soul. You're not stepping into a blessing. You're stepping into a promise. And a promise kept by me never expires. Never weakens, never fails. So when your hands finally hold what I've been preparing for you, I want you to remember this very moment. This quiet moment right here, you and me. No noise, no distractions, just truth, just presence, just love that has never stopped chasing you. Not for 1 second. Envelope with arrow. Let the world keep watching, envelope with arrow. Let the doubters keep guessing. Envelope with arrow. Let the ones who forgot you remember you in awe. Because I'm not doing this in secret. I'm doing it in light. Not to shame you, but to showcase you, not to overwhelm you, but to elevate you. Not to put you on a pedestal, but to put you in position. Position to lead. Position to love. Again. Position to rise. Position to claim every single thing that once slipped through your fingers. It's not slipping this time. You're not losing this time. You're not too late this time. You're just early enough to witness a miracle unfold in slow motion. So breathe with me now. Can you feel it? That stillness. That sacred hush. That's the atmosphere of heaven aligning with earth. That's your name being spoken in places your feet haven't even touched yet. That's your blessing stretching its arms toward you after all this time. You've been marked for more since the beginning. And now the more is arriving, so when you receive the letter, touch it like it's holy because it is. It's not just paper. It's prophecy. And what's written inside is not just from them. It's from me. I'm the one who whispered in their heart. I'm the one who stirred their memory. I'm the one who reminded them of your worth when they were on their knees, asking what they could still make right before their time was up. And they said your name. Your name. Not just because they missed you, but because they knew you were the only one who would treat it like sacred. And they were right. So now you'll see what it feels like when heaven writes back. When love that was once lost returns in a form you never expected. When your hands finally touched the paper, you'll know this wasn't the end. It was the beginning of the rest of your divine story. So open it, cherish it, walk in it, and never again say, maybe I'm not meant to be blessed. Because now you know you were born for it. And this letter, this miracle, this moment proves it. God.